Australia is strategically strengthening its position in the Pacific to counter China's growing influence in the region. On Monday, Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese announced a landmark security agreement with Nauru, solidifying their partnership and ensuring regional stability. This historic treaty marks a significant milestone in Australia's efforts to maintain its influence amidst increasing competition from Beijing. Under this agreement, Nauru will receive $100 million Australian dollars, approximately 60.6 million euros or $64 million in direct budget assistance over 5 years. In return, Australia will gain significant authority over Nauru's critical infrastructure, enhancing their partnership. During a joint press conference with Nauru's President David Adang, Prime Minister Albanese emphasized that the treaty is a vital step toward ensuring security and resilience in the Pacific region. Nauru is required to consult Australia before entering into any bilateral agreements concerning maritime security, defence, or policing. Additionally, Nauru must seek Canberra's approval for agreements involving its ports, airfields, or banking sector if foreign nations are involved. This condition reflects Australia's commitment to maintaining stability and security in the region. As part of the treaty, Australia will help Nauru sustain access to essential banking services. Western banks have been withdrawing from the region due to concerns about political instability, low profits, and high operational costs. President Adang expressed his gratitude, highlighting that Australia's support will assist Nauru in addressing its unique development challenges while striving to diversify its economy and ensure peace. This agreement is a significant part of Australia's strategy to counter China's expanding influence in the Pacific. Nauru severed its diplomatic ties with Taiwan in January and re-established relations with Beijing, further complicating the geopolitical dynamics. Earlier this year, the state-owned Bank of China initiated a deal with Nauru to explore economic opportunities. China has been strengthening its political and security ties with nearby nations like Kiribati and the Solomon Islands. The Solomon Islands' 2022 security agreement with Beijing raised alarm among Australian policymakers, intensifying efforts to reinforce relationships with Pacific nations. In related news, Australia's Navy Chief Mark Hammond disclosed that the Australian Navy successfully test-fired a Tomahawk missile during a classified exercise off the U.S. West Coast. This missile, with a range of up to 2,500 kilometers, hit its target at a U.S. military range near San Diego, California. This successful test marks a major leap in Australia's long-range strike capabilities. The government considers such enhancements critical, especially as challenges to the rules-based order in the Indo-Pacific escalate due to China's rapid military expansion and assertive actions in the South China Sea. President Adang referred to the Nauru-Australia Treaty as a historic milestone, expressing hope that it will improve living conditions for Nauru's population, which faces high unemployment and health challenges. The United Nations ranks Nauru as the fifth most vulnerable country globally, and this treaty aims to address its economic and social challenges comprehensively. Under the agreement, Australia will provide $40 million Australian dollars over 5 years to support Nauru's policing and security needs. The Commonwealth Bank of Australia, CBA, is also set to commence banking operations on the island next year, following the exit of Bendigo and Adelaide Bank. This decision, heavily influenced by Australia's federal government, underscores the national security imperatives of the treaty. The announcement coincides with mounting cybersecurity concerns linked to China. New Zealand, the United States, Australia, and Canada recently accused Chinese state-sponsored hackers of breaching major global telecommunications networks to conduct a wide-ranging cyber-espionage campaign. China dismissed these allegations as baseless and emphasized its role as a victim of cyberattacks. It called for international collaboration to combat cybercrime while accusing the U.S. of leveraging sophisticated techniques to fabricate cyber incidents and shift blame. Once one of the wealthiest nations per capita due to phosphate exports, Nauru now struggles with depleted resources and barren land unsuitable for agriculture. Rising sea levels and climate change pose additional threats to this island nation, which covers just 21 square kilometers and has a population of around 13,000. In response, Australia has pledged to help Nauru tackle these challenges by funding education, healthcare, and social services. This commitment reflects Australia's broader goal of supporting Pacific nations to ensure regional stability. In another major development, Papua New Guinea is set to join the National Rugby League, marking a significant investment by Australia into the Pacific region's cultural integration. This initiative, expected to cost $600 million Australian dollars over a decade, aligns with Australia's strategy to strengthen ties with Pacific nations amidst the growing strategic rivalry with China. Thank you for staying informed with Aussie Pulse. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell to receive the latest updates on Australian news. See you in our next report.